in that division. In late third quarter, the Panthers trailing 17-13. It's 3rd and 5 from the 6. Bryce Young somehow escapes the sack here, runs forward, connecting with Jatavian Sanders for the touchdown. What a play by Bryce Young. You see his legs and some of the escapability there on display. The Panthers lead 20-17. And then just over 3 to play in the 4th. Game is tied at 20. It's all coming down to these moments. Panthers with 3rd and 4 at their own 33. Young looking deep to Jalen Coker, and he holds it in. 34-yard pickup on the play. Panthers kicking a field goal to lead the game 23-20, but you can never count out Baker Mayfield, right? 2 minutes to go on the ensuing Bucs drive. Baker Mayfield taking off. He runs it for a 26-yard gain. Good start for the Bucs here as they're trying to mount the comeback and win this one. Later in the drive, 49 seconds left. Bucs on the outskirts of field goal range at the Carolina 42, and Mayfield looking for Mike Evans, but it's picked off by Lathan Ransom. Evans and Mayfield not on the same page, which is rare for those two. The Panthers go on to win it 23-20. They take sole possession of first place in the NFC South. And this is a situation where if the Bucs win this week in Miami, the Week 18 game against the Panthers in Tampa Bay will decide the NFC South winner. RC, how did Bryce and company get it done?
The thing is this, Bryce Young, though he's had some inconsistencies, he's been his best when the Carolina Panthers have needed him most. And it made me start to think about Week 13 versus the Los Angeles Rams when he was facing pressure and saw one-on-one on the outside. Here, you're going to see that he hits Coker down the sideline against Emmanuel Forbes. They brought pressure. He saw the one-on-one on the outside. Look at Bryce right now. He understands that he's going to get pressure. They're playing zero on the back end. He makes the check. He makes sure he has the protection set. And down on the bottom, he has a one-on-one with Tedorora, McMillan, and Dean. He's going to press Dean to the inside, fade away. It's a perfect throw under pressure by Bryce Young. Now, we'll see the same thing again late in this game. You're going to get a 5-man rush. There's press by Benjamin Morrison, the rookie, up top. It's going to be an inside release and then a stack. And as soon as he stacks him, another throw right to the outside for Coker again. Bryce Young is recognizing these pressures. He's seeing where he has the one-on-one, and he's making the throws. In order to get in this position, though, the defense had to stop Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How were they able to do that?
RC, the pass defense was great, and usually you're the one talking about this, but it's something that popped off the film for me. Mike Evans was not able to dominate this game. Obviously, threw the fade to him for a touchdown early in the game, and you saw Ransom come up with the pick. But more importantly, like when Bucky Irving got going early, I was like, this is going to be a problem for Carolina. They're going to have to include people in the box, and now these receivers are going to be able to take over this game. This secondary is doing a phenomenal job. We coming off a couple weeks ago with J.C. Horn, took over a game. I think this young team is gelling, starting to learn how to win. And from a defensive standpoint, they're getting pressure up front, and they're taking care of the back end. This may be a sneaky team when they get into the back door, especially with the way you just talked about Bryce's play.
They're just one of those teams that has to be consistent, but if they get hot, they're one of those teams that can also put out somebody that may be picked to beat them. Back to you, Laura.
Guys, Bryce Young now has a career 12 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter and overtime, That's the most in the NFL since he entered the league in 2023. He's clutch when
the soul of this stadium.
Our guys, they don't miss a beat. They know good things will come if we just keep on swinging away.
There's trying an onside kick, and it's Chicago football.
You know, we're going to keep fighting until that clock says 0.
Comes down to this. Touchdown! What? Are you kidding me? We're going to overtime. 16 off. 4th and 1. They fumble the snap. It is Bears football. Snap. Caleb. Touchdown Bears! It's over at Soldier Field.
I mean, what a game. How about that? The Bears will have an 89% chance to win the NFC North, according to ESPN Analytics. Chicago can clinch the division with a win on Sunday Night Football against the 49ers or a Packers loss on Saturday night against the Ravens. It's come down to the wire here with so many teams being able to clinch in some of these situations, these games coming up next week. And Dan, Caleb Williams has this squad in the playoffs with a chance to clinch the division next week. How did he get it done on Saturday?
I understood why they were calling certain plays. The first 55 minutes, it wasn't great, but you get into those situations where a coach almost saves a play for the perfect moment. Can the quarterback pay it off? You go to his 2 touchdown passes, it's complete understanding. Number one, kind of all-out pressure, but pop out. Caleb, who's the free rusher? Great, it's off your left. You better run away. He does. And then they're playing in and out coverage up top, meaning one defender has the in guy, one defender has the out guy. Well, Ben Johnson just has both receivers run straight. No one goes in, no one goes out to the very end. Both Green Bay defenders bite on the short. There's the wide open long. The game winner's my love this year. 13 personnel, one back, 3 tight ends. Ball's at the 46. A first down, Green Bay's in field goal range, or excuse me, Chicago. So Green Bay's closer to the line of scrimmage. Play action number 1, why? To shore up the protection. Number 2, Caleb, look to the bottom of the screen, to the outbreak for the tight end. We're just trying to gather coverage. We've done it. Number 3, make the right throw. When he throws this field post, DJ Moore's on the hash. Do not straighten him up. Bring him across the field. He throws that ball all the way outside of the numbers. That is absolutely perfect. And so while you sit there most of the game and go, goodness gracious, this is going to be a tough next day for Caleb Williams and the Bears, 6 points through the first 55 or so minutes. When he needed to be at his absolute best, and Ben Johnson called it, he got it done.
Woo. Dan, I think even throughout the game, but especially in the later part, I was just so amazed by something I'm always amazed by watching Caleb this year, which is his ability to avoid sacks. And some of it is because of escapability, and some of it is also, of course, because the pass rush in Green Bay is diminished. But a lot of it is due to just arm talent. I mean, that's Quay Walker coming unblocked through the A-gap. He's able to get that off by side-arming it to Monungai. That's purely because of his arm talent that he can get that off. Again, here, this is just an unbelievable throw. The deep dig to DJ Moore, rolling to his right. Pressure again. And then, Dan, you highlighted this. I mean, Caleb's on his back foot, barely. The other's in the air.
Yeah.
But because of his his athleticism as a thrower, he's able to make these unique throws that very few people in the NFL can. Last year, Caleb Williams was 34th league-wide in pressure to sack rate. This year, he's second. So he's turned what was a weakness into a superpower, allowing the Bears to avoid negative plays. It's remarkable.
I'll never forget, I spoke to his high school coach before we had them on Monday Night Football, and I was like, when did you know? And he's like, when we had him as like a freshman in high school, and he's making these throws. We're all looking around each other like, this guy has unbelievable natural ability.
Back to Alabama and his win against the Bucs. One word for him.
Oh, wow. This was a wow. A division opponent. He outplayed Baker Mayfield. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have basically owned this division. Now, they'll see him again down the road, but his play yesterday put them in position to win the division.
All right, so Tampa fans are probably saying wow, too, because their postseason hopes look promising early on in the season. But according to ESPN Analytics, their chance to win the NFC South has fallen to 57%, and that's their only path to the playoffs. So, Herm, is Tampa losing their grip?
Well, Tampa's a struggling team right now. They don't have an identity all of a sudden. And Baker Mayfield he hinted that about a couple weeks ago. Todd Bowles addressed his team a couple weeks ago about we have to be more, concentrated as a team. Baker Mayfield said that. And then they go out and play a division opponent knowing that they can win this division, and they basically got dismantled. It was like, wow. So they get another chance. They're not out of it yet, but Carolina right now in this division in the NFC South, they're leading it. Tampa get it back? We'll see.
All right, and finally, let's head over to Chicago, where the Bears beat the Packers in dramatic fashion Saturday. What has this team proved to you this season?
They're for real, and I think they've proven that to everybody. And Caleb Williams is playing like an MVP quarterback. I mean, some of the throws he made against the Green Bay Packers, were unbelievable. This throw right here, he made 2 throws on his back foot that most quarterbacks can't make, to be quite honest. I mean, his evolution of how he played last year compared to right now. You think coach doesn't matter? Ben Johnson matters. Yeah. This Chicago Bear team is for real.
This is a generational talent that we were hoping to see when he came out of the draft, and Ben Johnson seemed to bring it out of him. Coach, thank you.
Thank you.